There we go. Welcome back. When we last left our galaxy, or what's almost our galaxy, the Antarans were about to raid Andromeda. They're going to have a rather unpleasant surprise waiting for them, because either colony they go after, there will be a stellar converter there waiting for them. And yeah, I've got my fleet en route as well, just in case. So, wasting no time, let's go deal with that. I could probably deal with these guys before I even get to the planetary defenses. I did bring an awful lot of ships here, but I will make certain that I leave something for the stellar converter to do, because it's fun. Well, see, here's the thing about the stellar converter, though. It's still one shot. And these ships do all have damper fields, so, it's going to deal only the 400 damage. These guys are actually bigger than that. So yeah, just the stellar converter is actually not a good idea. It might not be enough. With the other planetary defenses, it might be. Probably would be. All the same, I don't want to take any chances, so I'm just going to go ahead and fire on these suckers. Ooh, we got the drive. Here we go. Death Ray. Hopefully... Oh, yeah, we haven't gotten past the armor yet, but... we can start getting the crew down. Capturing an Antaran ship is huge. Wow, at this point, I'm actually... Let's hit the wait button a lot. Because I do want to show off that stellar converter, and my Doomstars are being a thing. Oh yeah, here's the Avenger. Subspace teleporter. I could jump way out in front to start, or way in back. Have it retreat. Jump. And then you can see it has its normal movement, rotation available to it. Keep waiting. There we go. So, presented for your viewing pleasure, the Stellar Converter. Bye. That's totally a thing. And there's the subspace teleporter. Alright. Okay, I think it is now time for me to construct my Kingpin ship. And then go after Antares. Should have little difficulty with it. Converted, yes. So I actually do want to check one. I'll just click this for now, but I'm going to change it. I want to check one thing real quick. Oh, I eliminated them. Sort of out of the game now. I didn't get techs off of them for whatever reason. Well, they've got android farmers, just in case a war happens. Pick something else to go for. I do like the workers. So, these guys here. What these cybertechnics applications allow you to do is to construct artificial population. They actually become people on the planets and sort of build a robotic population. And you cannot change their jobs. They serve the purpose for which they were constructed, and they are stuck there, so you can do whatever you need to do. Androids will always require one production to maintain, rather than food to eat. Notably, the farmers get a +3 food boost. It's like, the race, like how the Darlocks this game have +1 production. Yeah, it's like the android farmers have +3 food. That is so large of a bonus, you cannot give that to a person. That's the best you can do through racial picks is +2. That is enormous. But notably, because they're robots, morale is not a thing for them. They are not affected by morale. Plus or minus, so that actually can be a beneficial thing. Of course, no racial bonuses, as you might imagine. For all intents and purposes, their racial bonus is +3 food. And they don't generate income like most other populations do. I really like the android workers. If you want to make a planet hyper-productive, you just have them crank out the android workers. They feed themselves. Plus, again, +3 production bonus. So that's a thing. That is a very quick, easy, and effective way to max out the population on a planet if you are willing to dedicate them to production. Definitely works well. And then lastly, you've got android scientists, which are not nearly as interesting as the other two options because they don't get a bonus. That's not +3 research points per turn. They actually do the standard amount of research that anybody else would do. 3 points. So, it's just the no morale, racial bonuses, no income thing sitting there. It's... yeah. I don't think I've ever bothered with android scientists. Every now and then I have had a reason to go big time on android workers. Android farmers can be the most useful of them under the right circumstances. But workers are easily the safest, surest, definitely going to be useful option. That's usually the one that I take. Again, there is a leader that can come along. There's an actual android leader that will offer you, if you hire him, all 3 of these at once. And I was hoping that person would show up, but they haven't. So I'm going to have to research android workers myself, I guess. And I'm going to go ahead and go for computers because A, it's the cheapest thing available right now, and B, things that lie behind it are going to be the most useful things that I can still get at this point. Not that they're terribly significant, regardless. Alright, everybody, you go to Orion. Consider that my new headquarters. Although I can't actually build my capital again unless I lose it. That is going to remain on home. Cannot just move that around in this game. Oh, I'm not sure I actually talked much about that. That is a thing. Oh, that was actually... this is one of my farming worlds, isn't it? Maybe one less here? The one less here is what I'd really like. What are you doing for housing there? It's still... yeah. Still getting at least a person a turn. Pretty strong stuff. Need that design anymore. Don't get to change the image on this. Antimatter drive, Centronium armor. Class 5 shield is coming off because I'm going to put a damper field on here. Cybertronic computer will not be necessary. I do not need a computer on this ship. Automated repair unit. Don't need a battle scanner. Damper field. Heavy armor. Lightning field. Let's see. Reinforced hull. The subspace teleporter I'm going to put on this ship because it's going to be very useful to have. Oh, I am actually going to run out of space. Did I end up getting battle pods? Did that ever happen at some point? Did I get that from another player or trade for it, whatnot? No. Darn, that's unfortunate. I'm actually going to have to take something off of here then. Because I'd want to put the wide area jammer on. Only need the one. It will boost the rest of the fleet there. I will be able to remove some other things here. I don't need the lightning field, I guess. That can come off. I can probably remove the reinforced hull as well. This needs to have a stellar converter on it. And I still don't have the space for that. Heavy armor? Can I remove that? That'll work. So basically the idea behind this ship is it just backs away. That's all it does. Subspace teleporter, move away as far as we can. Just get it into the corner of the battlefield as quickly as we can. There's no range limit whatsoever on the stellar converter. It will hit just as fine from the back corner of the map as it will at point blank. So that is exactly how I'm going to use it. And it can provide that wide area jammer bonus to the rest of the fleet from way far away. Between the automated repair unit and the damper field, hopefully that sucker will stay intact. And it does, after all, have Zentronium armor on it, so lots of stuff. If there are missiles or fighters targeting it, I should use my other ships to shoot them down before they get here, or otherwise just keep teleporting the ship so that it stays ahead of those pursuers. Like I said, when you're moving, so do things targeting that ship. Missiles, fighters will also travel in as well. But yeah, when you just teleport, bink, yeah, they don't move. So you can try to outrun them that way. I shall just have to do that. And if any missiles specifically come that way, there's still a huge chunk of evasion applied to it. I don't mind having that extra unused space because beam defense is still totally a thing. If I were to fill that space, for example, with whatever. Oh wow, actually hasn't gone down. Surprised by that, really. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother with these. I can simply zero these out. Stellar converter alone will be fine. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I never got battle pods. This is the sort of ship where I would use them. If I had that tech, I would totally be using that right now. It will be worth the cost. I'm only planning on building one of these. It helps the entire fleet, so I would gladly squeeze that in. I will shamelessly name this ship the Palpatine. And this devastating thing can be built here on Orion in a mere 9 turns. But why wait even that long? I can buy it! Do you want to spend 16,056 BC to buy 4,866 production? Yes. Yes, I do. I'll even buy this robo-miner plant too while I'm at it. Even buy that. Oh. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Where are my smaller colonies? Okay, you did get your... Theirs are still on the way. Take it. Could have. Just making sure I'm not missing any alien control centers right now. Apparently not. The Death Star will be in range in 5 minutes. I say it's in range now. Oh. Man, to think I almost went back there to save those guys. Anyway, settlers have arrived at Sol Prime and Sol 2. Palpatine is now in space. Only need the one, only want the one. Go back to housing here. That population cranked out. I am not going to bother the min-maxing at this point. I don't think I even care all that much. Like I said, I'm not playing for score anyway. One more thing I need. Dimensional portal. That I will have in a single turn. Can't even buy it, because it wouldn't help to get it any sooner. Okay, let's give you guys alien control centers. That is not alien control center. That is a misclick. I will rush by that for you. You don't need one. It's, you who needs one. Yes. Have that in a turn. I do kind of care about the surplus food, because it irks me. One of those things. Okay. Android workers. Oh, I have it. And we have the top tier get new tech level here. This is an interesting pairing to choose from here. Galactic Cybernet is that third option after Research Lab and Planetary Supercomputer. Galactic Cybernet does the effect of both together, and it does stack with them. Building itself is 15 research points. Scientists there give you an extra 3 each. Very, very strong, heavy research. And if you are playing on the Mac version and going for score, that's probably a good idea to go for in order to start cranking through the hyper-advanced technologies. The big points that way. But once again, you know, it's like, do I take the huge research bonus, or do I go for what boosts morale, which helps everybody, farmers and production as well as science? You have the exact same decision again here with Virtual Reality Network. This is an achievement. It is a passive boost, plus 20% morale everywhere instantly when you have this tech. Just straight up becomes a thing for you. And because I don't see myself going to war with the Trilarians to try to get their copy of it, I'll just go approach it myself. I'm gonna stick with morale as my approach. It's been working. I will keep on building it up. We are going to build housing here. This planet can still hold another 11 people. Go ahead and keep cranking them out. Here's my dimensional portal. I have little reason to keep this game going at this point. You can actually see the dimensional portal right here on the map. It actually shows there. I may as well just go for Antares right now. I am fairly certain that I will have more than enough to deal with it. It should not be an issue at all. I won't even have time to get that tech. Actually, because I won't, this is the one here I haven't talked about yet in any of these fields. So I'll go ahead and cover moleculartronics for you if you go all the way up. Moleculartronics. Not the easiest thing to pronounce. The Achilles Targeting Unit does for beam weapons what a missions guidance system does for weapons, to a certain extent, anyway. This allows a ship's armor to be completely negated. It makes... If you have this equipped on a ship, essentially all the weapons on that ship become armor-piercing. I think this actually overrides what usually prevents armor-piercing, like heavy armor or Zentronium armor. I think this actually takes priority, but don't hold me to that. It's been a long time since I've actually tested that. I certainly don't remember. And, when you are damaging ship systems, the Achilles Targeting Unit actually makes it a lot more likely that the damage you deal will be applied to the shield generator and weapons on board that ship, as opposed to just random hull points, or the drive, for example. So that does a very good job of making enemy ships a lot easier to deal with. The thing. Not the most efficient of things, but definitely a thing. The Moleculartronic computer, probably why I mispronounced that in the first place. This is just the next computer up. This is the top level one. I have the Cybertronic plus 100%. This is plus 125. This is something that you can take. Becomes a better option for that slot. Pleasure Dome. Q Total Carnage references. This is a building that you put on a planet. It is just like the Hollow Simulator, but it is plus 30% morale. And those do stack additively. Put them both on there, and that's plus 50. Hard to argue with. Pretty solid piece of work there, and of course, again, that's something that will help you research and or build other things. Always useful. But we will not be getting to that this game, because we are going to be ending it momentarily. Button right here. Attack Antares. I have 7 Doom Stars here, including the Palpatine. I still have 11 Titan. I've got the Avenger, 4 other battleships, and even the La Bamba is still kicking around. The transport ships will be useless. It's just a matter of completing... The transports probably won't even go. Yeah, when it comes to the Antaran homeworld, you don't actually engage in ground combat. There's no need for that. The planet itself is empty. There's nothing there. Not even a population. That's sort of the point. That's kind of why the Antarans are doing these raids in the first place. The supposed plot, if I recall correctly, is something along the lines of the Orions and Antarans having been really at each other's throats in some big, massive battle way back when. And as the villagers called it, it was a tie. They essentially wiped each other out, but in different ways. The Antarans managed to essentially trap the Orions on their own homeworld. The Guardian essentially keeps them from being able to interact with anyone else. The Antarans themselves, however, were sent into their own pocket dimension, which has their world and nothing else, by the Orions, a sort of dimensional isolator, I guess you could call it. And, yeah, in the interim, the Anterans have completely exhausted all resources on their homeworld. There's nothing there anymore. No more people, no more buildings, nothing. It's a big, gigantic ball of rock and nothing else. What remains of the Antaran people are all in space. They are in a star fortress. And, of course, a Titan-class ship, and the others that they are constructing through a means that's never actually explained, although obviously it doesn't match what's in the game because they don't have a planetary presence. And, yeah, whatever means it is that they're doing it with, they're cranking out ships and sending them on raids, trying to get back into this galaxy. Well, we're going to put a quick stop to that right here and now. Attack Antares. Yes. Destination Antares. As it's in the title of the game. Read the marquee. Battle at Antares. That is going to happen right now.
Another visitor.
Good timing. Dwayne Scheller 8, thank you for that follow. Greatly appreciate it. Come at me, bro. They are fast. You may notice how they are all targeting the Avenger to start. They're like, we know that ship design. So you may notice there's a purple swirl around it now. Right, so here's their planet with, as you can see, absolutely nothing on it. It's one big acid ball. Here is the Antaran Star Fortress, which some way, somehow has a leader on it. You can see it has a ridiculous beam attack bonus on it. Its beam defense is pretty strong for something that is completely immobile, as is its missile evasion. It has an elite crew of 80 Marines, Zentronium armor, 3,600 points. Armor and structure. It is armed with death rays, heavy mount, 6 of them, and a bunch of particle beams. And lots of specials, including that ever so irritating reflection field, structural analyzer. Yeah, it's a tough battle. And there it is, the guaranteed Titan class Antaran ship, the Harbinger. Which is in some ways even nastier. Even nastier than that fortress. You may notice at the bottom of the list here, black hole generator. That is the cause of the swirly around the Avenger. The Avenger will just spontaneously blow up, no matter what its defenses are, how many hit points it has. None of that will matter in 3 turns. Unless this black hole generator is disabled. That is how that functions. He just put a clock on the Avenger. I have to destroy that Titan before that happens, or my Avenger is gone. Straight up. Ugh. And they do also have a battleship here. Interdictor. And a couple cruisers. Intruder. That is what they've got. Oh, and make that 3. There's another one up here. That is what I have to take down. I destroy their entire fleet. then I have won the game. As a matter of fact, I think if you even have a tie against the Antaran homeworld, I think if you destroy everything they have, and then still lose your last ship in the process, I think you still win. I might be mistaken on that, but I think you do actually win a tie, so to speak. The victory condition is to eliminate everything that they have. This is it. If I win this battle, I've won the whole game, so I may as well just use what I've got. Just send it out there and get the job done. I should have brought more than enough firepower to make this happen. This should totally be a thing. There's an awful lot of ships I brought, so... Slow advancement. I'll shoot at what I can. Whatever I can hit with the strongest weapon. That intruder is not going to last the turn. Not about that. Darn, too far away. Intruder not good enough. Their defenses are great. Ooh, reflection field. That's okay. Solid ships. Here we go. Here's one of my Doom Stars. Stop. Arcus isn't here. Oh well. Interdictor. Ooh. Some of that got reflected, but the Interdictor is now out of armor. There's the Avenger. I could use its subspace teleporter to just get away, but I think I would rather go on the offense here. Although a target more its size. Its spatial compressor there. I want that Titan to go away. I do not want to lose the Avenger to that black hole generator, so I want to destroy this thing if I can. Ooh! You can see the shots bouncing off the reflection field and hitting my ship there. Negates some of the incoming damage, sends it back at me. Rendered immobile. I was shooting at it with death rays. There's still 17 crew on there. Try to capture it all the same. Killed absolutely none of the defenders. All of the attackers are gone. That's not going to work so well. I could try to raid it. Immobile, so they're able to hit it at least. Beam defense is kind of... it doesn't really apply so much when it's immobile. There it goes. Yeah, that explosion did a number on the Oswin too there, but totally worth it. It did a number on the Harbinger too. You're too far away from that. Let's go for this target. Okay, you. Where's the Palpatine? Why is that? I would have expected that to act a lot sooner. There's a subspace teleporter in it. I thought that was a guaranteed act first thing. Guess not. I guess it's still a number. Alright, so that's been removed from the equation. Here we go. Try and dodge this. A good chunk. That's too far down. Darn. Every little helps. Ooh! They got him. That's the Star... Oof! Star Fortress is pretty badass. Star Fortress, though. That's the thing. Alright. The team still hasn't had a chance to act. Crowded here. Probably gonna be too far away. Oh, yeah, I do have angle on this guy. Nah, missed. Too surprising in a range like this. Darn. Okay. Palpatine does not advance. It retreats. Has no reason whatsoever to advance. Oh, and the Stellar Converter also has a 360-degree firing angle. So I can totally just face away. Shoom! 520? How'd I get extra damage out of it? Leaders! I've got leaders present this battle. That's how I got extra damage out of it. Ah, almost killed that thing off. Oh. Alright, you. Be able to, hopefully make fairly quick work of these guys here. You are way too far away from all of that. I need to turn you around. Yes! Okay. Alright. The Harbinger is gone. Should see that none of my vehicles have the swirly on it. It did fire its black hole generator again, but now that the ship with it is gone, that is no longer a threat. Let's go back to that ship. About as far back as I can turn it. That's too tight an angle. Yeah, they're too far away. Let's start heading towards that Star Fortress here. It's gotta go. Yeah, the La Bamba is still a thing. That tiny little ship still alive. Still intact somehow. Obviously, we're just gonna shotgun this at point blank. Start working on... Oh, not close enough. Ow. Okay. Here we go. Ooh. Can be a little costly to swarm around the ships like this, but it's... I may as well just try to deal with the enemy as quickly as I can, the way it my fleet's organized. Okay. Man, that thing has so much hit points. And I am playing on impossible difficulty, so yeah. Gonna be nasty as it gets. La Bamba is still intact. Only the Star Fortress remains. Everything else is now gone. Get rid of them, and that's the game. 7,200 hit points. Will take a while to cut through. Once I get clear, I will have another option available. I can raid it. Try to neuter it a bit. Really? It managed to reflect the entire thing? Oh! Those are some big numbers. There's some very, very big numbers. Oh. This thing can just sneeze on a Titan and kill it. Can almost kill 2 Titans a turn. But I brought an overwhelming force. That's exactly what they're gonna do. Alright, Stellar Converter officially hiding in the corner. Bang! Ow. Seriously. Yeah, most of the damage is coming from my Doom Stars. These Titans and their plasma cannons are still only doing so much. 90-degree rotation, and then they could move all of 2 squares. Rotation very expensive. The value of inertial stabilizers and nullifiers. Right. We are definitely getting close here. I think that's still too far to board, though. Yeah. Urgh! There's some damage. There's nothing I can do about that reflection field except use weapons that don't trigger it. All of my beam weapons are going to deal with it. Well, there's actually one way. The way you can deal with any ship system. Raid the ship, and that might be something you independently destroy. Or once you've gotten past armor, sometimes the damage that you deal, rather than hitting structure, will hit a ship system. You might be able to disable it, and then it will stop doing that. But, yeah. I'm just, tanking it for now. Okay. Poof. Reflected back half of that. If you want to know what it takes to sack Antares on impossible difficulty, you're looking at a solid example of that right now. You can see I am making very solid progress, but it's going slow. You don't need to bring as much as I did, but it doesn't hurt. Having the extra makes it a lot safer. Now we're really getting somewhere. Is that close enough for a raid? Nope. Okay. Yep. Not the full crew there. Looks like we have just gotten through its... just about to get through its armor. 47 hit points left, and then we'll start hitting its structure. Means we might start weakening it. Here we go. In fact, that yellow bar is gone. Yes, we have started killing off the crew within. That has become a thing. We are going to... guess here. These old battleships still kicking around. Well-trained crews, though. Ow. Sheesh! Yeah, it's just... all the pain. All the pain. This one that had to turn around to finish off the Harbinger. Would have been the back now. Result. Oops. That pretty much hit entirely structure, but I'm not complaining. Like you'll be the first to do a raid. I lost 5 of my 6 attackers, and they accomplished nothing in the process. Well, I tried. Yeah, they're a little badass in that regard. Eh. Hoarding around this thing. Everybody regroup! Aren't we more of a horde? What? I mean, instead of regroup, shouldn't we re-horde? Saw that yellow bar go down again. Those death rays are starting to eat away at the crew. Get that down to 0, I might be able to actually capture this thing. Well, I'll try a raid. Capture certainly ain't gonna work. Of the 25 I sent in, 20 of them are now dead. Only 5 made it back alive, and they again accomplished nothing. Yeah, ground combat against the Antirans. As you sort of planned for it from the beginning, it's not gonna be much of a thing. Bang! But that's okay, because they are running out of structure. This thing is not going to last much longer. Ooh! It just blew up. I don't know how so much damage was dealt on that shot in particular, but, wow. There it goes. And your mother! Well, that was, maybe slightly anticlimactic. But, yeah. Yeah, we won. That's the game. We're done. Bye-bye!
The power of the ancients is now yours to command. You have crushed all opposition beneath your heel. You rule the greatest empire in living history. Its soldiers' bravery at your command. Your army is undefeatable. Your fleets patrol the skies of every planet and galaxy. This galaxy. But other challenges await the master of Orion.
The hair on the back of my neck started to stand up there. Ah, yes. And so we are brought to the Hall of Fame screen, where we are given a score. Our progress. What we accomplished. The game lasted 344 turns. A little bit of math involving that. I think, yeah, 344 plus 456 is exactly 800. You start at 800 and lose 1 point per turn, essentially. I forget if that can go negative or not. I think it can. I'm not sure. Population, 1 point per person. My colonies. I dealt the final blow to 3 of the players in the game. I knocked out the Silicoid, Darlock, and humans. The Trilarians, of course, survived the game. The other 3 players were all eliminated by the Trilarians, oddly enough. I get a 50-point bonus for each one that I KO'd. Now, the captured colonists bonus. How many points you get per captured colonist actually depends on the size of the galaxy you chose to start the game at. In a larger galaxy, it is a smaller score, but on the smallest sizes I played it on, it is 2 points apiece. So the 77 colonists that I took from other players during the course of the game, worth another 154 for me. And you can actually see what rebels look like in the icons right there on this page. You can see that they look sort of yellow and their hands, or closest analog to hands, are bound. That is how rebels look game. Points for the technologies that I've acquired, 204 there. And a 100-point bonus for being the one who destroyed the Guardian of Orion. And a whopping 250 for being the one win by sacking Ares. There it is. Add those 7 numbers together and you should get 1,780. And because I got evolutionary mutation and didn't spend it on anything, that then gets multiplied by 1.4. Not a massive score by any stretch of the imagination. But there you have it. On Impossible, 2,492. Iron Man campaign. Possible difficulty here. And I made the high score table, so this extra screen comes up. Well done. Zotmeister is truly one of the best to ever play Master of Orion II Battle at Int. And I have scored better than this. Don't even get me started on the Mac version. But yeah, my PC scores got lost some time ago. Hard drive failures. That is the best I've done since then. There you have it. It's 3rd place on my current list. Unfortunately, difficulty level is not factored into your score in any way, shape, or form on this list. So, somebody could actually play the game on tutor difficulty and trivially score a lot higher and actually be listed above me. This is sorted strictly by the number. The difficulty has nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, you can see the highest default difficulty. What am I trying to say? The highest default score, the one that starts in the Hall of Fame in 1st place, actually is listed on easy. This kind of an obnoxious thing. But yeah, it has reached the point for me where I only play this game on impossible difficulty unless I am in a hot seat game and we might need an AI player or whatever other little things might matter for that, and we turn the difficulty down for the sake of others involved. But yeah, that's my Hall of Fame is going to be all impossibles eventually. Like, if I ever get around to that. But that was not a bad run. Like I said, it was not a score run. I was not trying to get a high score. If I were, I would have been playing on a larger galaxy anyway, and I would have needed a lot more episodes as I was just trying to populate things more, crank out the population, research more techs. You can definitely get to where you can earn points a lot faster than you will lose them to the time factor. You only lose 1 point per turn. As long as you are always gaining a new tech or gaining a new population, your score will continue to at least break even, if not go up. So, yeah, it's enormous. Especially when you get to the larger galaxies, you can actually hit the research point cap, which is around 65,000 research points a turn. The game will not let you earn more than that. And if you are playing, especially on the Mac version, all those hyper-advanced technologies actually do give you the bonus points that they say they do. And it is easily much more score efficient to grab them, research all of those. There's a pre-listed 10 in each field. It'll be like Hyper Advanced 1, Hyper Advanced 2, Hyper Advanced 3. It will go on up to 10 in each of those. Once you have gotten all of them, I believe you can actually keep going. I think... You know, it's been so long, I don't remember the exact details, so I should probably not talk about it much further at this time. But, I will leave that as an exercise to the viewer. See what happens if you just keep cranking out to the hyper-advanced techs. Eventually, it would reach the point where it's not so cost-efficient anyway. It would take you 6 turns to get one, and you don't have the means of earning points any other way. You've already filled the galaxy up entirely. That is about all that I can say at this time for Master of Orion II. That's the campaign. We are done here.